Hello, heroes, and welcome back to another episode. All right, so in this one, we are on the Ranger. We're trying to finish this guy up and get all of that goodness taken care of today. We did hit level 52, so we are darn close to hitting 60, so we can start getting some build videos out for this guy. We are doing the Farstrider. We're absolutely loving the Farstrider. It is a poison bleed kind of build with a little bit of team help going on, so that's always a plus. Apparently, I hadn't leveled for a bit. We do have a couple skills that are messed up. If you create a new one, you won't have this problem, but because this is a one that's been around for a little while, some of these skills here do not exist anymore as they used to. Tassel Guard doesn't exist, and Quilted Padding does not exist anymore. Over in Brigand, I forget which one of these is no more. Sap Strength no longer exists. So, there are a few skills that have been deleted. Let's see if we can get into some insta-queues like we were a couple days ago. I was trying to play all by my lonesome just to get this guy up to 60 as quickly as possible. And just kept getting insta-queue after insta-queue after insta-queue. It was great. Let's see. It says we've got quests to turn in. That's Red Ridge. Okay. That's Loch Mudan. I don't want that quest. Wiley and Lakeshire. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, dang, I've already done all the quests here. Worth a shot. I need to switch those over. Hold on. That is like super loud for you guys. My bad. Sorry. There we go. I knew that was loud in my ear. I could only imagine what it was in y'all's. But this whole build is basically designed with doing as much bleed and poison damage as possible, while also assisting in buffing the party. So we've got a Blood Mage tank and a Blood Mage. Oop, that was not what I wanted. That is entirely my bad, y'all. Um, let's see, we've got a. Everybody left. All right. We had a Blood Mage caster, it looks like. No. This was the. That's the tank. This one is the. I don't think this is the caster. I think this is the hybrid build. I could be wrong. No, I think this is the caster. All right. We actually did level up. That was good. Um, periodically spawn a Dreamflower in front of you every 30 seconds. Falcon Strike and Battle Screech now increasing your movement speed. Increase the tick rate of Barb Shot and Whip by an Arrow. I like that. I need to go re-look at all these because I know at one point there was a skill that if you had a Dreamflower or a Falcon spawn, it did something. Let's go. Dream. What are they called? Dream Flower, one word. Hmm. Interesting that that's not something we can search for, though. That is super weird. Oh, there we go. I'll have to relook it up. This one has the book. Yeah. But there was a skill that anytime you got a Dream Flower to spawn or got a Warhawk to spawn, like increased our damage or movement speed or something. I can never remember all of it, but he's not going to go fight the extra boss over there. Got it. Okay. Do, 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 do. Necromancer is doing really good in this dungeon. We want to hang back because the book is here. Should be in here, right? Mm-hmm. Interesting. I could have sworn that quest before dire troubles fall upon there was a bastion of knowledge tucked away in the Trishul Glades. It is rumored that there's a book called Mythology of Titans that we use in the old monastery. I don't care where to turn it in. Like, oh well. Hmm. Okay. I'm good for more. Let's go. That gained me another level. Uh, we'll just grab survival potion one. Problem is now we're running into quests, or not quests, into skill points that aren't doing us any good. Uh, there we go. I have no idea where this tank is wanting to go, but I need to make the macro for that. The what's it called? Oh, I'm asleep. For Falcon's Call. So we need to go back. I have no idea where we're going. I know who we need to defeat. Verdan the Ever Living. That's the dude at the very top, isn't it? The fact that I can self-heal too, or if I wanted to, I can actually pop stuff for healers. I started Templar Flame rank on Area 52 the other day. The magic tanks are fun. Do you play much on Area 52? Not really, username, which I have to say is a unique name for YouTube. But no, I don't. I don't really play a lot of Area 52. I did back before I had this server. Um, but yeah, I really like this one. I want to say we go this way, don't we? No. Do do do. I'm lost. But yeah, I mean that's where my friend Devin and I used to play all the time was Area 52. I would play a little bit of Elune, um, but yeah, I mean it was a lot. This is not who we need to be fighting though. This is Crumb or whatever his name is. So, but yeah, I've played on Area 52. My favorite archetype on Area 52, I've got two, is Druid of the Fang and the uh, Grove Ranger. Those are my two favorite archetypes. Yep, we just hit 54. Really? Are we gonna fight Crumb? Or Scrum, or whatever his name is? Hit the mushroom of speed, thank you. This place is so less confusing if you do it from the very beginning. But when you, like, come in halfway, and you're like, okay, go find this boss, it's like, what? We've been feared. There we go. Yeah, we just hit 54 on the Ranger, which is nice. I love that. Um, ooh, if I don't run into a freaking... There we go. Whee! Alright. There we are. Give me the heals. Yum, yum, yum. There we go. That should have gotten us to 55. Yep. There we go. Are they going to re-queue for this dungeon, or... let's see here. Question is which one of these do I want to go with? Like, that's the real trick with this build. So yeah, barbed shot is a thing that we really want to use so that we can get war falcons out. War band for 15 seconds. Quick shot generates an additional archery point and skull piercer shot and woodbine arrow deal 2% increased damage for the duration. Skull piercer shots and woodland arrow used with 5 archery points will summon 1 war falcon. Woodland arrow. We don't really use woodland arrow though all that much. So I don't really care for Warband. The Lycian Band. Mark an enemy for total destruction, increasing all damage done to them by 10% and slowing their movement speed by 30% for 15 seconds. The marked target can always be seen by Ranger, whether it's stealth or turns invisible. A branded target cannot be affected by Thursday brand again for 1.5 minutes. That sucks. Your damaging critical strikes now spawn a green dream flower at a random location within 15 yards of you. Dream flower, yeah, so just more dream flowers. Okay. Send vines to target location, dealing 240 nature damage and rooting up to 8 enemies in a 10-yard radius for 4 seconds. Thread the needle. Critical strikes with cushion shot now reduce the cast time of your next skull piercer shot with an arrow or whipvine arrow by 34%. Dreamflower, a rare red dreamflower at a random location near you. Critical strikes will apply a stack of petals to the red dreamflower. At 10 stacks, your next ranger horn will cause the flower to burst, granting a buff to allies within 20 yards that causes damage dealt to heal them for 20% of the damage dealt, and preventing their movement speed from being reduced below 100% of normal speed for 8 seconds. Or, Wingman reduces all damage taken by 2% for each Warfalcon you have. Coordination. Your Warfalcons now grant you a stack of coordination when they deal damage. Coordination increases your critical strike chance and critical damage by 1% for 15 seconds, stacking 10 times. So you get 10% increased critical chance and damage with this one. Honestly, I kind of like this one for parties. I like this one for everything else. So I'm going to go with this one personally. Which means I'm going to go with this. Plumes. But for now, I guess, we will pick up... We'll pick up that. It's fun. Oh, everybody left me. So much for continuing on in Insta-Q land. Let's go empty our bags while we have the opportunity. Didn't do too bad in DPS in my opinion. So this build does a lot of poison damage. Like just on that last boss, this guy, we did 1.3k damage. Our top one was Whip Thorns. Average damage of 236 a second for 9k damage. That's our pet attack right there. And then the whip, or the Quel'Dorei poison, that did 6.6k of our damage, which is awesome. And then everything else was, well, no, that's not pet attack then. Is that my attack? I don't know. But yeah. We do quite a bit of damage. Don't need you. I don't need that. Just sell everything. Oh, the kids are awake. I think they're getting ready to go to church this morning. All right. And we ran that whole thing, and I forgot to buff ourselves. Like, oops. Where do we got a quest nearby? We've got this one up here, Defiance Trappers and Smugglers. We've got... Okay, so yeah, it's just this area here, so... We'll go try and help take out some nasty Defiance people while we work on hoping to get another dungeon this morning. Just waiting on the healer. There we go. Aminar the Cold Bringer. Tank, we've got the Primalist, he's a level 15, so we'll see how well that works out. We've got a Chronomancer Healer, Pyromancer, Dwarf Guardian. I'm sorry, but the Guardians I've never been a fan of. Especially for DPS. We are going the longest possible way to get to this boss. That's on the other side, not this side, my guy. If you're gonna go this way, Tank, let's go. Move. Or the boss grabs your aggro line and we end up having to split the party. Yeah, the Guardian is doing the least amount of damage. That's like, why? Why? I'm of the firm belief that Guardian should not be a DPS class. It should have 3 tanking classes, each different mechanically. It just does not make sense to have it as a DPS class when it wears a shield. Like, I don't understand why you would want to have a Guardian as anything but a tank. And even as a tank, like, it really needs to be reworked, in my opinion. Um, it did not do well in any of our tier lists. And, like, I get that's my opinion. And I'm sure there are some people out there that play Guardian that are phenomenal at it. But in my experience, like, Guardians just, they're subpar at tanking because they don't have enough damage mitigation. They are subpar at DPS because they have primarily defensive skills. It's just like their entire kit makes no sense. Come on. There we go. This Pyromancer really needs to figure out his class a little bit. I see he's doing some of the stuff right. He's doing decent damage. But at level 34, I think he should be doing a little bit more damage than what he's doing. Now, I also haven't looked to see if he's wearing any bind on account gear or like any of that jazz, but yeah. What a lovely day. There's 57. 3 more levels, guys. Um, Forget it. I'll just go with that. And then we decided we were going to go with coordination, I think. Yeah, I think I'll just go with coordination. So we have Plumes of War, increases damage of Falcon Strike and Whip by an arrow by 10%, and a critical strike chance by 3%. In addition, critical strikes with Falcon Strike now increases the damage of subsequent Falcon Strikes by 5% for 15 seconds. Or we could do Warband, which is a 2-minute cooldown, and I hate cooldowns. I love passives. And the reason why I love passives over doing cooldowns is simple. Because passives you don't have to think about. They just automatically apply or automatically proc, depending on what the passive is supposed to do. Whereas skills, you need to know when to cast it, when to keep the uptime, and it just adds more to your rotation that sometimes is not necessary. Three more levels. Once we hit 60 with this guy, like, we'll obviously continue and finish this stream. But when this guy gets done, We'll be doing build videos for him. Somebody specifically wanted me to do my best attempt at doing a PvP build for the Farstrider. But I will do my best for all three specs, as DPS and PvP collectively with this build, since it's what people asked for. After this, we're going to work on the Fellsworn, get him back up, and go over each of his specs. He's got 2 DPS specs and a tank spec. After that, we'll probably do the Pyromancer, and I'll just slowly get through all the classes. If there's a class that you guys want me to cover, all you have to do is leave me a comment on any of my videos. I watch, or I read all of the comments you guys leave me. I try to respond to all of them as best as I can. But yeah, just leave me a comment on what kind of build you guys want, and I've got no problem leveling that character, getting it as best as I can, and hopefully it works out the way you guys hope it does. But that is kind of my goal for a lot of this, is to make sure, number one, that you guys understand that everything I'm doing is my opinion. Things are changing so rapidly that, what I think an S tier build is, or what I think a S tier class is, could change by next week. So always, if you're playing on the server, make sure that you read the patch notes that they post up. I will probably start doing weekly updates, and just going over whatever they did for the past week. Chargla Razor Flank. This one's easy. Yo, we got us a Blood Mage tank. I love, arguably one of my favorite tanks in the game is the Blood Mage tank. At a certain point, it's a 3-button wonder. We could definitely pull more, man. This healer's got it. Plus, I can supplement in heals if need be. That's what makes this build so amazing as far as support roles go, is I do quite literally have a little bit of everything. I can't really tank, so I guess not. I guess we don't really have a little bit of everything. But I'm capable of popping heals that affect the entire party. I have buffs that mitigate damage. Name it, we've pretty much got it on this guy. There we go. Was helping Devin last night level a Stormbringer. Was talking to him after getting done with the Maelstrom build, which is a lot of fun if you guys like ranged casters that have a little bit of complexity to them, just in terms of rotation and damage output. Maelstrom is a really fun build with the Stormbringer that you guys can do. Go check out that video. It was great. I had a blast making it. Um, but yeah, it's he started working on that one last night. Got him up to level 10. So now we can do maelstroms next time he and I can play together. Um, yeah, I mean it's fun. All right. Now we got a Stormbringer in here. Speaking of, he's level 45. Dang it. I wasted that whole skill. We don't need to go this way. Okay. Excusez-moi. I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those days for me today. And sadly, I gotta go to freaking work today, which don't get me wrong, I like my job. It's entertaining, it's challenging. The people I work with are pretty good, but I'd rather just be here doing this for you guys. Like, no lie, I would rather just be here working on more videos and live streaming and getting input from you guys on different builds and all that fun jazz. Like that to me is what I would rather be doing and would get more enjoyment out of. But what are we doing? We don't need any of these, Tank. I guess they have the quests for all this. I think the hardest one we're going to have out of the upcoming build videos is going to be the Fellsworn because of the way they changed him. I was looking at him the other day, just kind of getting an idea of how I'm going to do it. But he has so many skills that actually change now that it's hard to just be like beforehand. It was I could make a macro that I could click one time, or well, multiple times because of the skills. But I could literally just have one button that would do a rotation, and then I could go to the next macro for a different rotation, and then go to the, and just bounce between the two. The problem now is that they have skills that morph from one to another, and macros don't adjust for that. So it's very, very hard for you to go, okay, let me make this one macro. And it may be why they did that, so that that class did not have just macro central going, but it does make it more like you have to pay attention to what you're doing. You have to pay attention to what skills can morph into what the spell rotation is, whether you're doing melee or DPS. Or sorry, ranged or melee DPS. Sorry. I was like, melee or DPS? That's the same thing. But yeah, I mean, like, you really got to pay attention to what it is that you're doing. But once you get it up and you understand, like, what your rotation is and how to get it all, worked out, that class is a lot of fun, whether you want to be a spellcaster or a melee. One of the guildies that we have on our Discord, he has a Fellsworn. It's a melee Fellsworn, and he does a ton of damage with that thing. There's 58. And we're about to run out of Rusted XP, so it may be one of those things where we're going to get close, but we may not hit 60. It's crazy how I can remember this dungeon having a different, like, little mini boss over here. This used to be a Earth Elemental. Let's gather up the whole room, G. Grab the whole room. There we go. That Stormbringer is finally starting to shine. You wanted to do all the extra bosses. Let's go, tank. No, auto auto attacks and auto shots now have 25% chance to do strike an additional time for 50% of the damage. Reduces the cooldown of repositioning of force fall, backstep. No, I'd rather go with ambidextrous. So we have to go with Guile of the Ranger. Your next 10, so it's a 2-minute cooldown. Stop giving me cooldowns, dang it. There we go. I don't think we'll hit 59 at the end of this dungeon. Okay. And here's the boss. It took us way longer than it should have, but here's the boss. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. Oh, we got close. And it pushed us, our rested XP into 59. So, let's finish up this quest. Let's see, we still have an hour. Let's finish up this quest first. And then I'm going to do my macro for our skill. We're 12 for both trappers and smugglers. Actually, ooh, that's a world shiny. There's a trapper. It's gonna put the trappers one ahead though, or two ahead. I mean, so we just need one more trapper. It looks like. Then we can go turn this in. Where's my Hearthstone stat? Goldshire? Yeah, that's fine. Null pause. We can do that while we're out here too, because we got to go up over towards the Jasper Load mine area. Lenora the Hoarder slain. She's definitely gonna be in here. That quest is now complete. We only needed one of these, right? Yeah. Only needed one. Stay asleep. Really? Okay. Don't need to waste that big one for one guy. Okay, no idea what that is because it won't let me get it. Alright. Okay, there's that quest down. Okay, and we still need 2 smugglers. And there's 59. Okay. And we might as well go do the null pause while we're out here. See one there, but here's a couple more. It only gave me 2, really? Oh, that is a whole bunch of people. Okay. We're gonna have to pop this, pop this. We're gonna go stealth, pop this, immediately pop that, so that everybody gets poisoned. Oh, this was a bad idea. we completed the quest. Alright. Let's go turn all this in now. Oh, that was crazy. My main name is Gwendolyn. If you see me online and want to invite me to the guild, I'm looking for a community. So I haven't made a guild yet, user, but when the game goes live, I will make an official guild on that server, and everybody will be welcome to join. What I would recommend is hit me up on Discord. That's where I have everybody going right now anyway. It's the same username as the channel name, so Hello Heroes Guild. Just shoot me an invite over there, or a message, and I will invite you to the server. And then when the game goes live, we will make a guild, and that way I can just start mass inviting everybody. But yeah, that's the game plan for now. We are just turning in quests. We're not picking anything else up. There's 60, everybody. Got to level 60, and we still have an hour left. Oh, love it. All right. We're going to go with ambidextrous here, and we're going with coordination here. All right. Well, there's actually two things that we get to do now. Because we have prestiged with this person before. We're going to get rid of everything out of our inventory real quick. There we go. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to Stormwind. From Stormwind, we are going to open up our bank. We are going to figure out... I can't remember if we have any gear from before we... You are not the people I meant to talk to. Show me where I can fly, please. There we go, Stormwind. I can't remember if I have any gear on this guy or not from the last time we hit 60. If we do, yay. If we don't, oh well. And then we're going to just start running dungeons and doing dailies. Because that is the fastest way, aside from mana storms, to level up. Or to get better gear, rather. Mana Storms is probably your best bet if you can get above level 50, either solo or get into groups that can do above level 50. So, there's that. Speaking of quests... We need to turn that one in. This we can get rid of. Get rid of this one. So at this point, quests no longer give us XP, so we don't really care about doing that kind of stuff. E maybe to there, PvP. Not that we can get there. Pop the book so we can do that. Talk to you so we can turn this in. Whew. Now, if we wanted to, from this point, you actually have a couple options, right? So if you're trying to get any of the rewards, like if you're trying to get any of these, you have to continuously keep prestiging, right? The only thing I want from here, that's a dope sword. There's this mount right here that I would love to get. The gear is okay, but it's not anything I really need. And then if there was any like bind on account or heirloom gear, as they call it in this game, any of this stuff that I would want, it's worth saving up if you're going to continuously prestige. So just bear that in mind. But this set, I mean, it's not a bad looking set. Like I'll be real. That's a pretty dope set, but not for, let's see, 1, 2, 3,000, 3, 6, 9, so 4,200, and you get 200. Like I'm up to 800 now, but you only get 200 every time you prestige. So bear that in mind as well. God, we have so much Marks of Ascension. But the two things that we can do now is obviously we can do dungeons. We don't have the gear for, I know it says heroic dungeons, but I don't feel like we have the gear to do heroic yet. Or you can come here to the board, and it's going to lag out on me. There we go. And you would do these dailies here. So you got Crypt Callers. This is out in Eastern Plaguelands, Hunger to the Damned, Eastern Plaguelands, and you get Marks of Ascension. You get currency that does not affect us at all, and then you get these caches. These caches are fantastic. If you have a surplus of gold income, you can just pay gold to get all that completed instead of running out and doing all that stuff. But I would highly recommend doing all of this kind of stuff every day, every week to get a baseline, and then everything else comes from doing the Mana Storms, like I said, getting above level 50. As you see, my group is 38. That's 4 people or higher. Solo, I've gotten up to 46, which was rough, but I got to it. 55 in duos, and that's because one of our guild members actually helped us get to that, which I still really, really appreciate that. Alex is the one that helped us get there. So that's what we can do there. But what I want to check first and foremost is, did we get gear? Yes, we did. So we're going to take all this out. I don't know what we need or what we don't need out of here. We have our prestige cache that we can now use. Sort the bank. There we go. So this dagger is level 60. This is a leather head. This is also a leather one. We gain more attack power, but we lose agility and hit rating. I don't like that, so this can get sold. We'll move it out of the way. Haha, okay. Oop. I didn't think it would do that, but... There we go. Alright, this is a ring with attack power and PvE power. It's a low-level ring, so, I mean, we're still going to put it on. Necklace, again, low level, put that on. What we want to do is try and replace all of the heirloom pieces that we have. Go. This is a trinket. This increases our parry damage, dodge rating. Really not that great, and it's on use. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, we'll put it on until we get a better trinket. Okay, leather chest piece here. Huge, massive upgrade for us. We've got our back piece. This is going to be a leather belt. This is from the Fang set. My problem with the Fang set is the fact that it gives us spell power and intellect. Like, I don't understand that, but it is what it is. This is another dagger, so we can swap it out with that one. Pair of pants. This one is for like the. I'll be honest with you, this is going to be good if you were doing the Fellsworn tank because of the dodge rating added to it. Hitting an enemy target for the first time will trigger massive spike in threat. Again, this is built for a leather wearing tank. Let's see. This is a mythic sword. It is definitely better. This was the offhand specifically. If we get the second one, or the first one, Sacred Charge, we'll get an increase of attack power of 50 just for having that. So, this can now be sold. Boots we don't have on. This is going to be a bow. Has a chance to shoot a poison arrow towards a target, dealing 25 to 57 nature damage. Not that great, but increases our PvE power, which is what we want. This will give us our 3 set, I believe, for Zandalar's Madcap set, or Madcap's outfit, rather. So this particular piece is 13 agility, 13 stamina, gives us attack power, PvE power. But more importantly, we're going to get the 3 set bonus, which is going to give us melee and ranged haste increased by 5%, which is awesome. If we can get the rest of the set, just to show that off real quick, if we can get the rest of the set, we deal 6% more damage against targets that are below 35% health. So, Swine Fist, just a basic piece of gear there. And last, but definitely not least, again, this is more for tanking, honestly, than it is for DPS. But it gives us our entire outfit back where it is not... oh, it's our quiver is all jacked up. Okay, got it. But that right there is going to give us our entire set of gear so that we're not wearing any bind on account. So now the trick is getting more gear. We are definitely agility. Let's see if we got anything here. This gives us more agility, more hit rating, more crit strike. We lose stamina and dodge rating. I'm not worried about that. So we'll go ahead and equip that. That's sellable now. Even though this is mythic, it is not higher than what we're now wearing, so that can be sold. Warblade of the Hakari. This one's the offhand, which is kind of a bummer. And we don't really get that much. We don't lose any damage, but we're going to lose a lot of other stats that I'd rather keep for now. If we can get the other Warblade of the Hakari, we might try it out, but we gain more agility. Intellect is meh. We lose attack power, hit rating, armor penetration. So I don't see this being a better swap, especially for only 1 point of eye level. So we'll sell that. Plus, it's not a set item, so I'm not worried about it there. We lose too much damage. We lose agility. We gain hit rating, which is great, but not worth it. Lose agility, so no. And this is a one-handed weapon. we will gain attack power, agility, and hit rating. So yeah, we'll take that. The thing that I don't care too much about is going to be the damage per second with melee weapons. These are going to be strictly for me to get extra stats. The damage per second I don't think affects our crossbow when it's a melee weapon. So I could be entirely wrong on that. Let's go through here just so we can get all this done. You'll notice that these are now all eye level 65s, but they're not going to be the greatest things. So these are still sellables. Now our chest bags, because I haven't been opening them, or our dungeon bags, these ones could actually be pretty good. Armor penetration rating, attack power, your parry rating, which is meh. But we will gain attack power and parry, and none of these give us agility. So I'm okay with, like, the battle one, this guy. I don't need dodge, but armor penetration, attack power, PvE power, all that's really good. Our PvE power is actually pretty solid. We're at almost the 60 item level, which is great. That's all garbage. No. Definitely not. I don't want to lose haste. So the stat really, like, here's our ranged attack power. Increases our weapon damage by 33.9. So call it 34 damage per second. Our hit rating, though, is through the roof. We only need 8%, so we could lose a little bit of hit rating. Preferably what we'd want to get is crit chance, or more attack power, or haste. Haste would be really good too. So like if I take this one off, we gain attack power, but we lose haste rating. I don't want that. I could lose hit rating. So anything that gives us hit, we could take away. Like this actually gives us more hit rating. We don't really need it. 40 is the cap that we need. We just need to be at 40. We're at 58. That's spell power and intellect with 10 agility. Attack power is good. We lose 4 agility though, or 8 agility. Agility is our big one because that gives us attack power, crit, armor, all that fun stuff. So. Nope. We already have one of those. Last but not least. Okay. So all of that can be sold. And the beautiful thing is usually there is a... Can we sell to Chromie? No. Can we sell to you, General Goods? Yes, we can. Okay. Now, things that you can buy from this guy if you really need to. He does have some dumb little, trinkets if you want to buy those. Spell power of PvE, crit strike rating. For example, if we had one that had hit rating, and we know we don't need hit rating right now, we could pick this up and get crit instead. He does have the purges, so if you're wanting to respec Scroll of Talent and Learning, we can't even use that. Oh, here's all the vellum. Jesus, those are expensive. Here you go. If you wanted to do Specialization 2, it's 1,000 gold here. Craftsman's Codex, 2,500 gold here. and then all the Titan scrolls. I've got 30 minutes, Alex. You're more than welcome to toss me an invite. I'm on my alliance character. You're more than welcome to invite me, but yeah, I've only got 30 minutes before I gotta bounce today. Um, but yeah, you can shoot me a an invite, and we can do as many mana storms as we can in 30 minutes. Um, the inn is over here. It's all good, Alex. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, unfortunately, Sundays and Mondays, I'll be streaming early, and then the rest of the week, if I'm not streaming, I'm working on a video. If I'm streaming, it's going to be later in the evening, like 8 p.m. start time. So it makes it a little rough. What quest did you have? Assisting Arch Druid Staghelm. Alright, whatever. Okay. I will pick up these daily quests here. We can go do a couple of these real quick. These are out in Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands. See if we can do these real fast. Western Plaguelands. This is the bummer part. Plaguelands, they're up here. So it's going to drop me in Western Plaguelands over here, and then we got to book it to get over here to the Western Plaguelands in order to do all the quests here. That sucks. So, yeah, might as well. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you go in, here, I'll jump in Discord. Hold on. Boop. I think you have access to this one. I like it better when this area has the quests, because it makes it so simple to do those quest lines. But I popped myself into Discord, Alex, and then just toss me an invite, and we can do as many mana storms as we can get a hold of. But yeah, so next class that we're going to work on getting back up to 60 so that we can start doing build videos is going to be the Felsworn. After that, me personally, I'm thinking Pyromancer, because I have one that's pretty darn close to getting to 60, so we could do Pyromancer. After that, I have no idea what I want to get up to 60, but I am curious to know what you guys think the next class should be. So just let me know. Here's a black market artisan supplier. We're going to have to track these guys down when the server goes live so that we can get, like, that's cooking. So this guy only sells cooking recipes. There are black market suppliers that sell all sorts of stuff. Did I grab this flight point? Not that it's going to matter, because I don't think I have any flight points attached. Yeah, I don't have any flight points attached to that guy. Okay. You should... Okay. Okay, well, I'll have to relook at. I could have sworn I bumped you up to where you had access to that. I swear I bumped you up to officer status so you had access to that other server. I'll have to relook at it when I get home.
As you can tell, I just woke up.
It's all good, boss. I'm usually up by like 7:30 every morning anyway, so.
As am I, as I'm shipping out to the maps tomorrow.
Oh, interesting. How long are you gonna be gone, boss?
Uh, all of tomorrow and parts of Tuesday.
Okay, not bad.
But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I'll take your word on that because I'll be honest, it does not sound fun.
From what my recruiter tells me, I'm just going there to take my ASVAB, then head back to the hotel, and then in the morning, I'll go and take my physical.
Yep. Yeah. Shoot, when I was in high school here in Oklahoma, it was a requirement for seniors to take the ASVAB.
Well,
And like it was one of those like non-negotiables that they had. So like if you were sick the day everybody went to go take it, they were like, "Okay, we will have you retake it when you come back to school. Like we will take you over and you will just take the test." Um, I'm not sure. I don't know if Oklahoma still makes seniors do that here, but I know when I was in school that was just a requirement of seniors. So they loaded us up in a bus. And it was probably, I want to say, 2 or 3 months before graduation. Because I remember being, I remember scoring high enough, apparently, on the ASVAB that for about 3 to 4 months after I graduated, like every month, I would get a phone call from every branch of the government, just being like, "Hey, have you ever thought about joining such and such group?" And I'm like, I'm medically barred from service. Sorry." Uh, I had one recruiter go, "No, that's not a problem. We can fudge the paperwork." I was like, "No, no, you can't."
that'd get him severely in trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, 100%. Plus, as you just said, you got to do a physical, which also means they look at your medical records. So it doesn't matter what he puts on the paperwork. As soon as I got to go do my physical and let them look at my medical records, they're gonna see that I'm medically barred from the military. It's like it won't like no, sorry, dude. Like as much as I would love to sign up and go, I can't.
Yeah,
But it's all good. I mad respect for the people that you know have that desire and calling to do military service. It's a good and honorable thing. Would never bash anybody that decides to do that, but unfortunately, it's just not in my cards.
yeah.
Um, I'm on it's Gibbs Ranger because I haven't this is an older character, but it's just GBIS and then Ranger RANGER. If you want to toss me an invite once you're logged in. I'm just trying to get this stupid flight point way out here so that.
I had to lift. Did you get that?
Yep.
All right. I had to make sure it was the right person.
You're good. Give me just a second though before we start because I want to grab this flight point because of course the dailies are all out here in Eastern Plague Lands or yeah, but Eastern Plague Lands, and I don't have flight points here, so it's a giant
Eastern Plaguelands is a good
pain in the
area
butt.
to farm, but from experience, it's not that fun unless you're playing a DK. Then it's really fun.
Well, yeah, I mean this is their zone. Um, But yeah, no, it just happens to be where all those stupid dailies are today. All right, I'm good. I grabbed the flight point.
Alright, well, I'll be right back and refill my water bottle and grab the phone that I used to text my recruiter. See if he
Okay,
texted me.
gotcha. Let's see, what is he? He's on his necromancer. No, I did not mean to fall down a stupid hole. Try and get over to where these quests are. Because once we finish Mana Storms, this is probably where I'll log out. Because we've got 20 minutes once he gets back in. So I'm not sure how much Mana Storm leveling will get done, but we'll do what we can. Try and get me some better gear on this dude. But our big thing is we got to lower that hit rating because 58 out of 40, that's 18 extra hit rating we don't need. Uh, so diminishing returns, yeah, I'm still gonna hit everything, but at the same time, like it's not allowing me to do extra damage or anything. So bummer. Atol Azul, the Soul Reader, high risk. Oh, of course it is. Bro, Twitch pisses me off on the fact that it just lags for no reason.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Sorry, I'm sitting here trying to like Twitch is starting to piss me off because it just randomly lags
Lags
out.
out.
Um,
That sounds like fun.
and then YouTube's yelling at me because apparently my microphone isn't set up properly for them, even though it's working just freaking fine. But I'm ready. We've got about 20 minutes before I got to get off.
Alright. Alright, gotta get my summons in after this stupid stuff pops up. Alright,
I'm currently running the haste horn. Would you rather have heals, crit strike, or reduced resource cost?
what does the heals one do?
Every time you cast a skill or spell, you'll heal for 161 while the horn is active.
Sounds like a plan with that one.
Okay,
Since none of us are healers.
gotcha. And then pop this, hit you, see if I can pop that on you as well.
Yep, got that.
There we go. All right, that's all the buffs I've got besides my horn, but that's combat stuff.
Forgot there was a. Hmm.
maxed out for the first time. I left the ducks out to go swimming. No,
I don't think I've fought this boss before.
Yeah, this one's fun.
Yeah, and by the way, the pool thing, the pool pump is leaking.
Oh.
Too late. I've already claimed the power of the unstable void that's meant to be here. Now all I need is a way to escape this pocket of reality.
You're up there with damage.
So this build, the Far Strider is all about bleeds, poison, and birds.
Gotcha. Where did she just go?
I don't know. She's probably tried to come outside the arena. Ow. Okay, there was way too much damage for some reason.
Oh. Owie.
Yeah, she absolutely... I don't know what was doing that amount of damage to me, but that hurt. And now she's got too many ads. I was trying to clear the stuff on the sides. I guess I was standing in whatever this purple aura stuff is.
Health load, not good. Oh, I gotta get out of the purple stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what killed me.
Killing me.
Well, you're also cursed with 20% chance to heal enemy target on hit. But now that I know the fight, like, it's a little easier.
Oh, pop it. I need some health orbs.
There's hearts over on the other side.
Oh, sweet.
Yay, YouTube has completely crashed on my thing. Like I'm still streaming, but for whatever reason my Elgato has like lost connection with YouTube. So it can't track how many people are watching on YouTube. So fun. Yeah. I was just trying to take out the ads that she had. But
I don't even know if the boss is in this fucking circle. It doesn't even look like it.
I have no idea. Well, yeah, the boss is. She's trying to smack the snot out of you. She's over there next to all your summons.
Oh, that's fun.
I can see her, but she keeps spawning more stuff. Lady Savine or whatever her name is.
Oh, she's already almost dead.
Yep.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, she's almost done. 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Oh, that was too close.
Yeah,
Too close.
that's 100% my bad because I wasn't paying attention. So I went down too fast. All right, defeat Crash. Crash is easy. He's just a stupid turtle.
Well, that also, I believe if this is the correct one I'm thinking of. Doesn't he have knockback?
He does. He has a charge effect. It sucks to get disarmed right as you're trying to do part of your rotation.
Yup. It's always fun. Oh, that guy was invisible. Trying to conserve as much as many abilities I can for the boss.
Yeah, most of my stuff has a 1 minute cooldown, which is nice. And then there are some small things that I have that will let me regenerate. He's down here.
See, I have one that's 3 minute. That's a 3 minute cooldown.
Yeah. Do you have ways to like shorten that cooldown, or is it just?
Nope.
That sucks. Fresh, get back over here. But yeah, this build is all about getting bleed and poison put up as quickly as possible, which is nice.
Yeah, I might have pulled a crocodile. That's my bad. I fell off.
It's all good. And you're still kicking the snot out of me in damage.
Well, I
It's
do
all good,
have
though.
like almost all my pieces mythic 10.
Yeah, you're way better geared.
Missing 4. I'm just missing 4.
Nice. Yeah, for me, the one stat I need to get rid, I need 18 points of hit rating taken off and put into crit on my gear. Because right now I only need 8% hit, and I'm sitting at 9.8%.
And mine is like 14%, and my crit is 12%.
Yeah, I believe I think it's the soft cap of crit is 25%. Or no, not soft cap, hard cap is 25%. Because that's 1 out of every 4 attacks is a guaranteed crit. Anything above that, and you get diminishing returns.
Yep. Thank God this guy's a caster. Wow, that was a lot of damage on my part.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we did 100k damage total, and you were 72k of that.
Yeah.
Hold on, which boss is it? Nope, we don't take the elevator. This is
the one on the.
Yeah, he's the loopy around.
That's fun. Just pop that just because. There goes all the damage go up.
Now, unfortunately, a lot of these die so fast, I can't even get my poison on them.
Yeah. I think they died so fast due to my March of the Dead.
Yeah.
Because upon making contact with an enemy, they explode, dealing 970 plague damage up onto 8 enemies within 5 yards, and slowing their movement.
The other thing, too, that I have to keep in mind about this build is this build is not built to do damage. It is built to, be a support role. Like, it can do damage, yes, but it is not its primary function.
Oh, great, it's this one.
Yep. This will probably be the last one I'll have time to do. I've got 7 minutes. Depending on how long it takes us to get through this. People behind you?
Yeah, he's dead now.
Stay away from the orbs of doom. Well, it's good to know that my chat will now recognize Twitch chat again. I don't know why it wasn't doing it earlier. A few days ago, people were chatting with me on Twitch, and I couldn't see any of it. But, of course, the time that it works, it's just for the stupid bots asking me to buy viewers on Twitch.
Yeah, that's fun. What's Razorfen doing over here? Wrong area, my guy. Wrong area.
That's the one thing I do like about Mana Storms, is the fact that you're doing classic areas, but you're getting mobs that generally don't spawn in these areas. Like Blackrock Gladiator, like, really? Sun Fury Blood Drinker in the same dungeon?
Gee,
Question mark?
First time I've ever encountered Blackrock was one of the Burning Crusade dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
And of which I helped my dad level up his characters by running through that dungeon.
Dang it. Stop. Such a
God
pain.
needs to stop moving on me.
I'm less worried about the moving. It's the fact that I start to pop some of my big stuff, and then I get disarmed, and so that I can't do anything for like 15 seconds. It's stupid. Let's see, which one is this? Where's the boss? Boss is like dead middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have time to clear up, get the boss done, and then I'll log after I open up all my boxes.
Alright. Then I'm gonna boot up some Ark and plan my dad's server.
Sounds like a plan.
I need to finish my base.
I haven't played. I don't know if you play it or have played it, but one of the games I play when I'm just wanting to relax and not really do much is Pal World.
Never played it.
It's
I've seen videos of it, but never played it.
it's. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's name any game that you capture creatures and make them fight and do stuff, and that's Power World in a nutshell.
And also Ark in a way with some mods.
Well, not even that. I mean, I would say it's Ark in a way just as it is, with the fact that breeding is important. You know, the bigger and better it is, and then there's towers that you can go fight that are kind of like, I guess, the gyms from like Pokemon. There's like they have things from multiple different games. Like,
I'm surprised they didn't get copyrighted.
I mean, freaking, what is it? Pokemon and Niantic have been trying for what, 2 years now to get them shut down by claiming that they stole all their stuff from Pokemon.
I wouldn't say all, but most.
Honestly, that's the thing though, is there's so many games out there, whether it's a mobile game or a PC game or, you know, some BS game that's on consoles from an indie developer that uses the same mechanics that Game Freak and Pokemon and Niantic are all trying to claim that Power World ripped off of them, you know? And it's like, it's almost like, why are you trying to go after this one successful company when all these other companies that are making money, not a lot of money, but they're making money, and you haven't even tried to go after them, you know? Like a prime example of that is there's a mod for Minecraft that literally incorporates Pokemon
Yep, Pokemon.
in
Or,
Craftmon.
Pixelmon, my bad.
Or yeah, Pixelmon. Yeah.
Pixelmon is a fun mod, though.
Yeah. But Pokemon has not tried to shut that down.
I
So
honestly don't know the backstory behind that with them.
Yeah. It's just my whole point though is like, if you're gonna go, hey, we're going after you because you're taking assets from our game to make your own game, then you have to incorporate everyone that's doing that into the lawsuit, and they're not. They're going after this one company. And so everybody's like, this doesn't make...
Me. Those health orbs gave just 0 health, but absorption.
Oh, the hearts?
Yeah. That's just perfect. Oh, what is that that's killing me?
I don't know, but it does damage, and I don't like it. I think I had a debuff at a certain point, because yeah, mine did the exact same thing where it just said absorbed. Well, the next class I'm going to be leveling up to do build videos on is going to be a pyromancer.
Nice.
So,
Pyromancers can dish out those damage numbers if you build them right.
yeah.
How is he already down to like 15% health?
I didn't even know we were fighting the boss. I'm just sitting here going through my rotation trying to get damage out.
I just noticed it.
Watch your health. Like, I'm keeping my horn up as best I can, but... I keep getting stun locked into this stupid red crap. There it is. Alright.
Oh, he's dead now.
Yep. I don't know how those things were healing. Oh, this is just a boss, right? That's all we gotta do is this guy? Okay. Yeah, we'll do this one. I'm running a little long, but it's fine.
In fact, he's quite easy. He's easier than most.
Dodge the purple crap on the ground. The eyeballs don't do enough damage. I don't know what's hitting you that hard, though.
The eyeballs.
The eyeballs are only doing like 3 damage a tick to me.
Yeah, they do like 70 to 80.
Weird.
And they stack.
Yeah. Alright. Well, I got to dip out of here. I'm going to open up all my boxes that you helped me get.
Yep.
Let me hurt that of here. Alright, well, no, I'll just log out here. Alright. So, I ended up with 1, 2, 3. I sound like the owl from the Tootsie Pop commercials.
Or the counting vampires from Sesame Street. God, I feel old now. Sesame Street's no longer a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I can still remember the Bert and Ernie song.
Oh, I remember watching Barney. The Purple Dragon.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Whatever it was.
dinosaur, but yeah. Yep, I remember those days too. Alright, so I ended up with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 regular heroic dungeon Maelstrom caches, and then I have bonus caches. The bonus ones I'm going to open because they're usually just gold. Or not gold, but the stupid orbs that we can't do anything with. Alright, here we go. So, first one. They fist weapon, can't use mail, leather shoulders. That don't do anything good for me. And those don't do anything good for me. So that was a bust. Nope. Nope. Can't wear that because it's mail. And that's an upgraded version of what I already had equipped, but that's fine. Mail can't use, axe can't use, mail and leather.
And I'm back up to 600 gold. Sweet.
Nice.
Bought something off of the auction house and straight down to like 100.
Yeah. Okay, got an upgraded ring. Got upgraded gloves.
I should honestly run you through some Mythic Plus dungeons.
Definitely could. Though, like I said, the next stream I'm going to be doing, I'll be working on the Pyromancer, so I can get build videos out for that as soon as I can. Crossbow, no.
Well, as I said, I won't be on tomorrow and most Tuesdays, so.
Yeah, all good. I slowly do this and try and stream as much as I can, just as a thing for it. Mugger's Belt gives me dodge, but I also gain crit, stamina. I lose 9 agility though. Yeah, forget it. It's an upgrade. I'll take it. It's better necklace.
What character do you think you have that has the highest item level?
This guy. Easily right now. The Ranger, yeah.
because you need, I think, like a 60-something item level. Do Mythic Plus.
Yeah, I'm at 62 currently on this guy.
Let me just double check that though.
I don't know what they are watching in the living room, but it is loud.
I wouldn't doubt it. Mythic Plus.
Okay. I'll have to go empty out my bags at some point. But there we go. So I was able to do all that. All right. So, heroes, I will catch you guys in the next one. Tomorrow we will be working on the Pyromancer. As I was saying, though, the best way to get gear, aside from having an amazing person like Alex running us through higher level mana storms, is if you don't have that person or you can't do the high level mana storms yourself quite yet, most definitely do the daily quests. Those will give you caches that can give you really good upgrades. It is kind of a crapshoot just because it is RNG based. And we will go ahead and hearth because we're not going to be out here anymore. But yeah, so tomorrow's stream we will be on the Pyromancer. And then as far as videos go, we've got one more for the Stormbringer to do, and then we've got 3 for this guy to do. And then hopefully by the time we get done with the 3 videos for the Ranger, we will be on to the Pyromancer. And then when the Pyromancer is done, or the Fellsworn, whichever I end up doing next, it'll probably be the Pyromancer because he's closer to 60. We'll just keep going until the game goes live and try and get as many builds out as we can. When the game goes live and we're not having as many updates on skills and whatnot, build videos will move into member-only videos. So just to give you guys a heads up with that. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Be safe out there, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace out, heroes.